Alumni Award. As Vice President for Fall Weekend, this is my second Fall Weekend as Vice President, and I wanted to express my warmest thanks and appreciation for the Fall Weekend committee that worked so hard to pull this together. Last year, we really worked very closely together. This year, it was smooth sailing. So, money, honey. I'm delighted to see so many of you here tonight in person and online. On behalf of the college and the WCA, I'm pleased to welcome everyone for joining us, for taking time out of their busy schedules for a weekend of connection and reconnection with the extraordinary beauty of this campus in the fall, with the friends and colleagues old and new, with the richness of the larger Wells community, and with the Wells motto to have and to share that has fed this institution since founding and continues to help us thrive and to move to the future. We are also here to celebrate the recipients of this year's Young Alumni Award for Outstanding Achievement, Cindy Dubuque-Gallo, and Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, and Fiona Morgan Fein, 65. And whose honor this award is being given. So let me introduce Professor Jonathan Travolta to start the program.
Good evening, everybody. It's wonderful to have you here in Aurora for Fall Alumni Weekend. Before I do what I've been assigned to do, I first wanted to introduce some wonderful people. I'd like to start by introducing the chair of Wells College Board of Trustees, Young Alumni. And I would like to also ask all trustees of Wells College and honorary trustees to please stand and be recognized. Be kind to them, we just had 2 days of board meetings. But one of my most special and important tasks this evening is not only to speak to and about the two incredible individuals that have been selected for this award, but also my privilege to be able to present this award on behalf of someone who I've known since the day that I started college, and someone who has enriched my life at this college every day through her work, time, treasure, talent, heart. Young Morgan Fein, class of 1965. Young has always been a passionate advocate for education and the arts. She served as a trustee of the college from 2009 until just this year when she became honorary trustee. She's been the chair of the President's Circle for a couple of years. She's a devoted philanthropist and one of Wells' greatest leaders. With the impact of Wells College and lives she's touched, Wells College proudly presents the 2023 Young Alumni Award in your honor.
honored, of course, to be the old alumni and the company of those who have preceded me. But most honored to be here in the company of Cindy Dubuque-Gallo and Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman from Young Alumni Award, who are the stars of tonight's gathering. Dr. Ross College is producing graduates who can accomplish what these women have already achieved. Confirms to me that there is something very good going on here. I did some aspects of the world experience have changed in the 62 years since I first came here. But the core qualities have been good. A safe and beautiful place in which each person counts. One in which students can nurture their dreams and try their hands and do better. A place to provide challenges and individual support in meeting those challenges successfully. And last but most important, how well is a place that promotes the art of critical thinking. This comprises regarding asking probing questions and examining all sides of the subject, and the art of listening. So easy to neglect. All this is a discovery of how to think most usefully about all that we encounter in a lifetime, so that we can figure out what we actually think. Our quizzing tools, well graduates for over 150 years, have wanted the world to prepare to make choices about how to spend their lives. And what areas they can best share their own gifts. Some have moved mountains, some pebbles. But what matters in the end, I think, is finding the arena which you are most suited and contributing qualities that flow from you most naturally to the next. Contributing who you are, as well as what you know and what you can do. The personal rewards of this vary, but the one that lasts the longest is my pleasure of having shared experiences in pursuit of a common goal that you really care about. I have surely reached this reward in my professional life in world-class music, and in my volunteer participation in the life of Wells College. I'm going to that the most advanced are doing the same. And when they reach my age, when I'm back on their work, it is a source of great pleasure.
Actually, not supposed to be back up here at this moment, but I would like to introduce a couple of people to all of you without whom my job would be very lonely. And together as a team, we do, I think, remarkable work. That is evident of Wells College. I'd like to start by introducing Dr. Cindy Dubuque-Gallo. Dr. Carrie Fein, Assistant Gerard Turbide, Vice President for Enrollment Services. Member of our team and someone who probably should have been a member of this team for a very long time. Yes, Gerard. Some happiness. Just sort of a sense. I'm not sure. Am I missing? Is somebody else here that are hiding behind something that I don't see? No other members of the cabinet are here this evening right now? Okay. So with that, I'm going to sit down before that.
This is meant to be with you. Thank you so. So it's time for dessert. So please go ahead and grab your dessert, and we will come back here and proceed with the presentation. This year's recipients, Cindy Dubuque-Gallo, class of 2000, and Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, both three. President Jolter, will you please make your way to the podium to introduce our award recipients and present the award.
So Alexis, I have a question. Why are you standing under your tent? Good evening, everyone, once again. It's so good to see you all and welcome you back to Wells to our beautiful weekend you came back for. Retreats only yet begun to turn, but Lake has been just spectacularly beautiful. I think the weather this weekend is supposed to be, well, let's just say a whole lot better than it is in Brooklyn. We are incredibly proud of our alumni and alumni here at Wells. They represent the very best of Wells. They share with the greater world in big and small ways. The Young Alumni Award for Outstanding Achievement was established in 2014. Each year we seek to recognize our young alumni with this very special award. At the same time, honor one of our alumnus who embodies the spirit of the award and it serves as an aspirational figure by presenting the award in their name. That would be you. Before I invite our award recipients to the podium, I'd like to acknowledge the former recipients of this award who are in the room tonight. So I'd like to recognize Molly Moe, class of 99. Class of 2011. Felice Hampton, class of 09. Felice, you here? And of course, Eliza Hampton, class of 06. And Lily Kavanaugh Talcott, class of 04. And a future award winner from this association, Ivy. Congratulations to all of you once again. So recipients of this award are chosen by a committee that's composed of alumni, faculty, and advancement staff. So I'd like to personally thank their hard work in collecting the data and providing us with the name of this year's very deserving recipients. Cindy Dubuque-Gallo, class of 2000. And Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, class of 03. So Cindy is an educator, political advocate, and policy practitioner. She's dedicated much of her life since her time at Wells to help end homelessness, improve health equity, and protect workers' wages. In addition, Cindy has served on multiple boards and committees, including the Hartford Commission on Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Issues, and the Connecticut chapter of Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, Connecticut Latinos Achieving Rights and Opportunities, and the San Francisco Human Rights Advisory Board. How do you find time? She also served as a congressional intern for Congressman Barbara Lee. Cindy is currently a doctoral candidate in social work at UConn and has taught classes in social welfare policy, human behavior in the social environment, Methods, Introduction to Social Work and Social Policy at the University of St. Joseph, UConn, and St. Thomas University in Minnesota. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2023 Young Alumni Award for Outstanding Achievement to Cindy Dubuque-Gallo, class of 2000.
What a beautiful award. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that in my office. So, good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight to accept this 2023 Young Alumni Award for Outstanding Achievement and to celebrate the 125th anniversary of Odd Even. Go Even! I'd like to thank some folks. First, I'm going to thank God for giving me the talent and the fortitude to do this much needed work in the world. Also, thank you to the Wells College and the Awards Committee for this recognition, and congratulations to my co-awardee, Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, who is unable to be here as I understand it. I would also like to recognize this award is given in honor of Fiona Morgan Fein, class of 65, whose service to Wells is unparalleled. Thank you. I am honored to be considered amongst others who have dedicated their lives to service. Habere and disperate. This is the Wells motto. The literal translation means to have and disperse, but I've always understood it to mean to have and to share. During my time at Wells, I had the opportunity to learn, grow, and witness this charge in action. My professors gave freely of their time and talents, providing me with challenges to grow, with consultation, wisdom, and opportunity. I was offered opportunities to explore all sorts of passions, including the book arts, museum curating, drama, documentary filmmaking, and history. My curiosity was encouraged and fostered. There's nothing like writing 10 discussion questions every week for Professor Michael Groth to get you to think both deeply and critically, and to develop and practice curiosity. My practice was shaped by opportunity to explore passions, the spirit of curiosity, and the honing of critical thinking. In addition to exploring passions, Wells afforded me the opportunity to take risks and to learn from outcomes. I don't believe in failure, but I do believe in outcomes. And sometimes my outcomes resulted in what I intended, and other times not so much. But what I learned from all these experiences was to be involved, to take risks, bless you, and to use my voice and to lead by example. I was a history major at Wells, so I share the following excerpt, yes, from Theodore Roosevelt's 1910 Man in the Arena speech. He shares, quote, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by death and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows with great enthusiasms the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumphs of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." We continue to live in tumultuous and contentious times, both economically and politically. Yet we have an opportunity, and some of us a calling, to get into the arena, to share our time, our talents, and our gifts with others. No matter what that looks like for you, I encourage you to step in, be a voice of kindness, a voice for equality and equity, and a voice for justice to make the world a better place. I guarantee that if you step into the arena, you cannot fail because your first success is entering. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to present the 2023 Young Alumni Award for Outstanding Achievement to Cindy Dubuque-Gallo. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to you again. So, having said that, Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, class of '03, cannot be with us this evening, but she sent her remarks, which Alexis will read to you in a minute. Dr. Cashman, Dr. Cashman has dedicated her professional life to providing health care to women who would otherwise not have access to services. Since graduating from Wells in 2003, Casandra has proven herself a staunch advocate for health care for women. After obtaining her degree in psychology from Wells, Casandra went back to her hometown and obtained her MD from the University of Louisville. She completed her family medicine residency with a women's health area of concentration at Halifax Medical Center in Florida. From there, she then joined the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the University of Michigan as a women's health fellow and served as a faculty member in the Department of Family Medicine. In Michigan, she was a participant in the Faculty Development Institute and a visiting professor of family medicine, Shizuoka, Japan. She completed her formal training a decade ago. She's dedicated herself to providing medical care to some of the most underserved patient populations, people who do not have the resources, who are survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence, looking for health services. These patients are the ones who are often forgotten by the typical medical establishment. It gives me great pleasure to give this award to Dr. Casandra Miller Cashman, class of '03.
I went to school with her. I have not been in touch with her, but knowing what she's been doing with her career since she left Wells makes me so proud. So I'm so glad to be able to do this. Esteemed faculty, fellow alumni, and honored guests, I am writing this message in August from a hotel room in Philadelphia. I have traveled here from Indianapolis, where I've lived since 2013, to teach medical students about reproductive health care. I am now a faculty member at a conference I attended as a student a number of times during medical school. The sense of having completed the full circle has inspired me to write this today. I only wish that I could be with you in the same room now to enjoy the camaraderie, see familiar faces, and make new friends. The 3 years I spent at Wells were quite a bit more interesting than most people might imagine it would be. I was her classmate, I remember. Given that it was about 350 women in the middle of rural upstate New York. When I came to Wells in 2000, none of the revitalization of Aurora had occurred. I visited most recently in 2021 and was awed at how much development has happened since then. Envision turn-of-the-century Wells. No one I knew had a cell phone. Computer labs in Maine and Macmillan provided internet access. We listened to cassettes. In the Cleveland Language Lab to complete our homework. Yes. Homework. And your phone bill was payable by cash or check in an envelope dropped through a door slot in the basement of Macmillan. Yes. Seniors doffed their robes after convocation and jumped in the lake in their undies. Frankly, more covered up than most of us were when we went swimming the rest of the time. Dining hall fare included the infamous macaroni pizza as a vegetarian option. Carb counting was not yet a thing in the aughts. The biggest scandal I can recall was the warring guest lectures in the 02-03 year, Sexploration on College Campuses versus James Amps. The most dramatic thing I can recall happening in my entire time at Wells was an RA graffitiing my door, GP on the shelf. Woo! I think everybody on the shelf is at a concert tonight, so. Over my slightly and artistically modified James Amps promotional poster. I do not object to her exercise of First Amendment rights, but lying about it afterwards did break the honor code. But how nice that this is the most dramatic thing that happened in all that time. After graduation, I was a psychology major, music minor for those who care. I headed back to my home state of Kentucky. Shortly after I moved back, I accepted a casual offer of a date from someone I just recently met, and ended up realizing while on the date that we would eventually end up married more than 20 years later. 17 of those in wedlock. So you all know. It looks like I was right about that. I attended medical school in my hometown of Louisville. Can you say in-state tuition? Graduated and moved to Florida for residency. After that, I headed to the University of Michigan where I completed a fellowship in women's health. From there, I then ended up 2 hours north of the Ohio River, the border between Indiana and Kentucky, for those unfamiliar with the flyover zone, where I've been ever since. Wells helped me develop the courage to speak my mind, do what I believe is right, even if it is unpopular. This skill set has served me well as I have focused my career on providing medical care that is often ignored by most healthcare providers or even vilified by the media. I speak frankly with my patients about sexual and reproductive health. I provide abortion because I trust people to know if they want to be pregnant or not. I provide comprehensive medical care for survivors of sexual assault. I offer HIV prevention and gender-affirming hormone therapy to patients who may not always feel comfortable talking to their primary care physician about these topics. For 12 years, I've also delivered babies, provided medical coverage to the newborn nursery in our local hospital, and took care of hospitalized adults, including for the first 2 years of the COVID pandemic. Providing these services is rarely easy, but it is critical. It's not just a career, it's my calling. Like the rest of the world, I am sure that Wells College has changed in many ways over the past 20 years. Some may be obvious, others perhaps less so. I hope, though, that the best features have remained unchanged. Thank you, Wells College, for this honor. I'm committed to furthering the values you have imparted and to contributing to the well-being and empowerment of those around me, and I am proud to have been selected for this award. This is good. Thank you all again so much for coming. This concludes the formal program of this evening. You all have unfinished bottles of wine on your tables and empty tables next to you. Please enjoy. And thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful rest of your Wells weekend.